Alright, play path 5. You get to get the really dark deck. The Royal Tarot. Now, of all the decks I have, this has to be the one that's rather... This is not my most favorite deck, if that makes sense. It's kind of... I don't connect with it the best, but sometimes you get what you get, you don't throw a fit, huh? It is what it is. So, anyway. So we will start... The heck? Honey bear. Okay, that's creepy, but anyway. We'll just go. The heck? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. I don't know if you can see that, but that's not my foot. Whatever. I'm over it. It's really creeping me out, but I don't care. I'm not going to be bothered by it. So, without further ado, just like with all the other decks, if you are cross-watching, you little cheater, everybody's getting the exact same deck. The exact same spread. Everybody's getting the same Celtic Cross spread. Nobody's getting anything different. Everybody's being treated the same thing, getting the same BS. Except you get the paranormal activity reason for some reason. That's not my foot. My other foot's on the ground. But this one, odd. Anyway. Oh, current position. We have the Four of Wands. And yes, this is one of those decks that's like, oh my gosh, Batman, holy breasticles. Good lord. Anyway. So, it being the Four of Wands as your current positioning, but this Four of Wands, probably you're celebrating or you're looking to celebrate with someone. Because the way that it, I'm just gonna change this. Here's this flat thing. Oh. Four of Wands. This Four of Wands, you're probably in your current state or the situation in hand involves something regarding you trying to seduce someone. It's a very successful time if you catch my drift. And she has one of her mountains hanging out. So probably you're trying to entice someone, or you're in the process of enticing someone, or you have successfully seduced someone, or you're being seduced by someone, and that's what's going on currently. What you are encountering, or what you're challenged by, or along those lines, whichever. Is the Nine of Swords. Oh. You're encountering a situation where you are going to be exposed just to something you don't want to be exposed to. Or there's going to be a part of you that is going to be exposed to something that's going to, take advantage of you. Or you're taking advantage of someone or seducing them and you're exposing them and you're taking something of value from them, or the same vice versa. And you really don't want to do it. And you really don't want to see the negative side to them. Or they're not really trying to see any side of you being negative. Or they only see the good in you. Or vice versa. That's what you're encountering or being challenged by. That's already spelling disaster. That is already spelling disaster. Don't get all hoochie McHoochie on someone just to make use of them and then take advantage of them. What good is that going to do? Other than get your needs met, but in the process, taking out somebody's emotional standing and well-being. Why on earth would you want to do that? Why? Because you get ahead and nobody else does? Okay, well that's a bunch of stupid. Reason why or cause of it, or what's causing all this, is strength. Now, look at that strength. She's taking that figure and driving something through its neck. So, okay then. So, probably the cause of you trying to seduce this thing that's trying to expose you is because, oh my gosh, it's because you or it was trying to do something bad to you. So you're trying to do a karma yin yang tit for tat back at you kind of a thing. I mean, truth be told, as bad as it is, and bad as it seems to hit someone upside the head with the same thing they're about to hit you upside the head, a saying that I always say is, the best way to help an idiot is to therefore tell him he's an idiot, so therefore he can stop being an idiot. It's not with the intention of, just whacking him upside the head for nothing, because you're really intending to snap him out of the idiocy. And if that's being your, and if that's the reason why you're trying to all of a sudden seduce this idiot and then be challenging to expose them, or the other way around, well, that's a good way for growth, even though it's a bit more of a darker way of going about it, but hey, sometimes you gotta, upside the head, even if it isn't nice. What has happened, or what's behind you, or what's backing you up, as I like to call it, I'm going to go with that one right there because that one felt funny, is the Four of Cups, or Four Chalices. What I'm getting from this is that what happened is that you were probably in a state where you were trying to emotionally figure yourself out, or you're in a state where you were drawn to yourself and not paying attention to your surroundings, and the other person took advantage of it. Or you weren't aware of what was really going on, and your emotions were in check and stagnated, and you weren't feeling your best, and then someone was trying to, seduce you and take advantage of you. Or you were in insane contemplation and someone rushed you into something you weren't ready for. What's crowning you, or what you're liking to have happen, that one. What you're hoping for is the Knight of Swords. Wow. I'm getting that this is that, you're hoping for somebody to come in out of left field, or coming out of nowhere like a Final Fantasy battle, and cut down the massive the exposing entity, or the being that's being the most malefic to you. Or you're trying to, or as the energy is, you're trying to get back at the energy point blank as fast as possible. So it's just like before they even notice what happened. But also this horse, what I'm getting to, is that the means of it being carried out isn't going to be going that fast. It's going to be sturdy, but with you, you're going to be swinging it pretty fast, because the male figure on the horse is going to be swinging a hanky and panky down there quite fast. What is coming right for your face or coming towards you? I'm watching this rendering thing from my other YouTube video that I'm going to be uploading in like 2 minutes. This is taking, longer than, I've been live to render. Coming right for your face. We have the Five of Wands. But this isn't like conflict as in like, okay, time to play Mortal Kombat with one another and beat the living heck out of each other. This Five of Wands is like, okay, we're all ready, but we're all conflicted on what to do. So, you having the ability and the capability, or them having the capability of, causing a lot of damage with that Nine of Swords, there's confliction. So, what's going to be going towards of you thinking that you're going to get exposed or exposing someone, it's going to be conflicted. So it's like what is going on, the whole situation of like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to go about this. I know I have the means to do it, but I don't know how to go about it. So it's like, it's kind of like making the choice of wanting to go, of having the choice and wanting to go, break into something or break or damage something. And then when the time comes, you have the means to do it, but you don't know how to do it. So that's a bit of a weird way. So, or possibly, that being the route you want to go down, you get confused. Or you get into a state where you're like, I don't think I want to be doing this anymore. There's that sense of confliction with this card. It's not like Mortal Kombat, like, fight. No, it's like, I don't know, I don't want to do this. It's kind of like that misstep. Self-perception, or how you see yourself, and through your perspective only, not how outside perspective sees you. As the Ten of Cups. This Ten of Cups, the way that it is, I'm getting that you're paying tribute to something that was towards the past, because they're looking to the left, which is usually behind you. And they're remembering the past, or they're taking remembrance to how it once was. So, with your curve, how you're seeing yourself is that you're being reminded of how a being or a situation once was and how great it was, because it's very bright in that picture. And they all look like they're praying in the picture too. So maybe you're currently giving remembrance to an old way they used to be. How outside influence is seeing you, such as everything beyond what you see is viewing you as, or their perspective. I just like that word, perspective. Oh! Look at that, it landed just exactly where it needed to land. You're being viewed as the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this Queen of Pentacles, even though being, suggestively dressed, in a way, she is revealing, but she's taking that revealing aspect of how she is, and she's throwing it in the light, like, it is what it is, I accept it. And inside the little hole, I don't know if you can see it, but there's another figure trying to pull her back into the dark. And she's fighting it, and she also has that thing around her neck, like a chain. So what outside is viewing you as is that you're accepting yourself despite this exposure thing, trying to like keep you in the dark and the shadow and give you all, oh my lord, I'm scared of this blackmail or whatnot, or vice versa. What you're hoping, fearing of, or where you're having the highest hope for, you're having, oh my gosh, I can't stop worrying about of is of course this card has to pop out. Now this is again like what I said, one of the decks that's like, okay, okay, we're gonna go about it this approach. So you're hoping for the King of Pentacles, which is actually, when I see the Queen of Pentacles under how you're being viewed as, is that you're hoping for an outside perspective to accept. Well, here's your King of Pentacles, and strangely enough, the exact same figure in the Queen. You're hoping for this, and yes, it is exactly what you're looking like. Now, having it be this depiction of the King of Pentacles, you're hoping for some action from the one that you seduced, or you're seeking union with the one you seduced, despite you wanting to blackmail them, or despite the wrongs or whatnot. So there's nothing wrong with having two unions, one side being more beautiful and one side being more grotesque. But it's the idea of, if you're going to be being joined as one and hoping to be joined as one, be willing to accept the fact that, hey, this is something that I was taught wasn't good, and it made a negative imprint on me. And it is what it is. Makes me uncomfortable. I can't live with it that well. It's a dark part of me. But I accept it. If you're able to do that, and the other person can do the exact same towards you, you're A-okay. But if you can't, then I cannot say that hope and fears is up for the best so far. I really don't like. I don't like depictions like that, in my opinion. I'm sorry. To me, it's vulgar, but it is what it is. Outcome. Okay, let's see what on earth happens here. Oh, we only need one card, please. Only one. So we're gonna do it again. The outcome is death. There's your outcome. We have death. So you're probably thinking, does that mean I'm going to die? Stop it. So, since death is your outcome, it can either mean one, there's going to be a transformation between you and this individual that may actually transform into something better, or the situation between you and the person is going to end in a state that it is right now. There's going to be a change in it. But it's going to be for the best of both. And it's going to be a gentle change. Not a quick forced one, like the Tower. Death it's for the best of both. And judging by it, the woman figure, is standing confident and strong. So no matter what it seems to be like, you're going to stand stronger and taller than you were prior, than compared to the other images. As your outcome. So what I would have to say is, if there's any kind of going on that's about like trying to do something behind someone's back or expose somebody, don't do it to somebody else. And if it's going to happen to you, the best way to go about it, just own up to them and be like, so what about it? Yes, I made that mistake, or that's about me, that's true, so what about it? What's your point of it being exposed out there? And what point are you trying to make bringing it towards me? What part of you bringing something about me or something about my past towards me, what point are you trying to come with it? What are you trying to accomplish with it? What's your point? Because if you're actually able to stand against it and say, and what about it? Not much anyone really can do to you about it. Like if somebody was going to shame you about it, or shame you about something, they come at you with it saying, oh, I can't believe you did this. And why? What's your point? What about it? What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to say? What's your intention of throwing in my face something that I did in the past? Good or bad, doesn't matter. What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to say? I can guarantee you, you respond to that to them, they're going to be having a foot in their mouth. They will not know what to say in response to that. Because what they're trying to do is to control you and put you down. I can guarantee you that. That's what that concept and that's what that move is every single time. I know because that's happened to me a lot. And that's how I started responding and wall. So own up to whatever it is that does come out. Good, bad, doesn't matter. But if you're trying to get the upper hand on someone, just understand from your perspective, if you have to do it for your best interest, for you, then do so. But if you don't have to do it, then don't do it. If it can be avoided and there's other means, then please go about it that way. Don't just, be all like, I can do this and now I'm going to get ahead, and then you got to be stuck dealing with, the wolf just nomming you to pieces. Oh, that was your reading, number 5. I hope it was enlightening and you liked it. So, see you next month, and we will hope that you don't hinder your inexposure in a negative way.